Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Jungles and Dragons. This is going to be another Paul Beenis special episode, although my friend Gabe is here. And my friend Nick.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, Ethan.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Welcome
Ethan.
back to another special of me. It's all about me. Haha.
Is there anything you want to say about, like, the situation you're in, or, you know?
I just want to shout out a few haters in the comments first. I read your comments. I see you. I know you think Paul Beenis is the worst. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no, that never happened. Currently at this very moment, we're recording when, the California Lawn Service Union is on strike, so they're cutting everyone's grass just to oblivion, just everywhere in California. So, if you hear outside my window of my recording studio, there's like 50,000 lawnmowers right now going off because every single person who works in lawn care, they're basically demolishing all of Los Angeles right now. So, if you just
like
pick
their
up on
grass,
that,
their houses, their children, just
Yeah.
all of them.
I remember when Joe Biden was like, they don't get no water, no grass, and no AC. It's crazy. It's insane.
They got no AC, man, and they don't got no lawnmowers, man. We're gonna take away their lawnmowers, and that's what's making them mad. So if you hear a lawnmower bust down my door and sort of shred me into pieces, you'll understand why. So thank you all for understanding.
Okay, do you want to do a Funky Monkey fact, like a catch-up fact? We didn't do one last time, but there's been some facts that like the monkeys have done without you. Like greatest achievement, for example. Maybe you want to tell us Paul Beenis' greatest achievement. You don't have to.
Yeah, sure. Paul Beenis' greatest achievement was probably let's see. Oh, when he caught the king of the pond. When he was fishing one day. It was a big fish, and everyone calls it the fabled king of the pond, and he caught it.
Wow,
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Of course, it was catch and release because he can't keep such a mystical creature. But one day he reeled in the king of the pond.
What does the king of the pond look like?
Like a 50-foot goldfish.
Oh,
King of the pond.
I love that.
big.
So that ranks above the rainbow stag for him in achievements.
Yeah, the king of the pond.
King of the pond.
And now Paul Beenis calls himself the king of the pond.
The king of the
And
pond.
Yeah, the king of the king of the king of the pond.
Because he dominated the king of the pond, not sexually, but like
Not sexually.
But
he
not
just dominated
sexually, but a little bit sensually.
them. Yeah.
Ooh, don't even get me started. Anyways, let's get into the episode.
Jungles and dragons and 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 jungles.
So Paul Beenis, if you recall, you are in the Shadowfell. You
Yeah.
were attacked by a monster that almost killed you. It knocked you unconscious, but you were saved by this guy Dooney, this big muscular guy with frosted tips and a huge shining black great sword.
Whoa.
And you sort of agreed to provide him company, provided he take you on a trip to a place where you can get out of the Shadowfell, and that he protect you on the way. So you've been walking for about a day now. You've scaled down the mountain that Draconia is on top of, following these roads that nobody walks on, working your way through this thick fog, not another life form in sight. And as you walk, he tells you about the Shadowfell. Well, first he asks, so Paul, how much do you actually know about the Shadowfell?
Well, scratch his head, looks around. Well, I know it's a kind of a dark and sinister place, by the looks of it here.
It truly is. It truly is.
Seems like, the souls of the damned probably belong here or something, or...
Not really, no. I mean, in a way of speaking, most of the life here is generated by the Shadowfell itself. Sort of a product of this negative energy, but there are people here like you and me, just very rare.
Yeah.
No one's quite sure what the origin of the Shadowfell is, but there's an old legend that when the first god Ao crafted the universe, it created a ripple across the void surrounding it, and that's what the Shadowfell is. An echo of the universe, intermingling with the darkness and oppression of the void. Every plane in existence, from the lowliest material plane to the highest celestial plane, has its own warped reflection here. That makes the Shadowfell the largest plane, as big as all the others combined, continuously flowing between them and the void. It's for that reason that people who fall out of reality, for one reason or another, like you, for example, tend to land down here. That's how I got here, actually.
Ah.
But sadly, the Shadowfell ain't so easy to escape from. Not only does it try to keep you in itself, but the gods have placed a seal of sorts over it. I guess there are dangerous things here they don't want getting out. In fact, they occasionally use it as a prison of sorts, I believe, but I wouldn't worry about that. The place is so massive you shouldn't run into any of their prisoners. To summarize, big scary place, no one gets out. It is possible to contact the outside world, but even that would only be possible with hundreds of years of focus, and I'm assuming you don't live that long.
Well, yeah, I probably don't live that long. Looks at my my wrist that looks like I'm from the movie In Time, and it says that I don't have that much time to live. Anyways, that's just a little gag from the hit movie In Time that everyone remembers.
That's a good one, Paul. I don't know what a movie is.
Justin Timberlake.
But,
anyways, yeah, I don't think I lived that long, but I'm just curious how I got here. Like, what does it take for someone to get here? I don't understand.
Well, there's occasionally, like, holes in reality that you could fall through to get here. That's pretty rare, I think. I suppose some sort of really powerful magic could send you here as well.
Yeah, I got stabbed by my dad, my peepaw.
Stabbed by your dad, your peepaw.
Yeah, and then I woke up here. So I'm thinking I'm dead, maybe. But I don't know.
No, you're not dead, more forgotten. The Shadowfell is an echo of the world, which means the things here are of the past. If you come here, it means that there is no longer a place for you in the main universe, in the material planes or the celestial planes or wherever you come from.
Well,
but don't worry, because we're gonna get you out of here.
Yeah,
I promise I will find a way to get you out of here. There's only been one successful escape that I know of, but that's where we're heading right now.
You know, Dooney, I think the first thing I'm gonna have when I get out of here is some baked potato and green beans. I think that's what I want. Yeah.
I don't know what either of those are, but that sounds pretty good, Paul.
Yeah, you should. You should come with me, Dooney. We should get out of here together.
Well, I would love to, Paul, but like I said when we first met, my presence, my soul presence is much larger than yours. It would be very difficult for me to escape from a seal placed on here by the gods. I don't think I could bypass it.
Oh, okay. Well,
see, there's a crack in that seal, but the crack is very, very small.
Enough for a little chimp with a little chimp butt to go through? Haha, like me? Haha.
I hope so.
Sounds good to me, Doc. Let's go.
Okay. He lets you know that the whole journey should take about a week, maybe a little longer.
Whoa.
And you're... there it is.
Yep.
And the Shadowfell buzzsaw.
It seems like the Shadowfell, there's a lot of lawnmowers here.
And you're another day into your journey, when it is night, and you are on this long, cold plain between two ruined cities, and it's a very rocky plain, very craggy, and in one of these crags, Dooney sets up a campfire. You sit there and you have dinner, which is some sort of crab that he is cooking over the fire. Ooh. He caught like this weird black shadowy crab, and after you eat a nice yummy shadow crab, you go to sleep, and he puts out the fire, and you catch your 40 winks.
Night, Dooney. Time to catch 20 winks.
Night, Paul. Yep.
Good long day of
20
walking.
or 40?
Well, it depends. I bet Shadowfeld logic is different here.
Okay.
I guess 20 is a nap, 40 is a sleep. Anyways, and it just passes out immediately.
You sleep for some time. You're not quite sure how long. Until you, first of all, mind Ani and mind Eugene. Do you say anything in his dreams?
Paul, it's me, Eugene.
Spoons is gone, but now there's a little brain Ani.
Paul, you
brain
have
Ani.
to kill Joe Biden.
What are you wearing, Brain Ani?
I'm wearing a T-shirt that says "Kill Joe Biden."
Sorry, that's not a very appropriate question out of context. No, he's asking because last time Spoons was wearing a devil suit and Eugene was wearing an angel suit.
Ani's wearing like a black and white suit, and like one half is white and one half's black, and he represents the duality of man.
Whoa.
Paul, I represent your
Two-Face
inner
Ani.
conflict, and Two-Face, I redent too.
Kind of like Mr. Negative too.
True.
But yeah, hey Paul, how you doing? Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm just I'm just in the sleeping realm here. Sleeping.
Yeah.
I
I'm
miss
in
you
the
guys.
jerk off realm, jerking off.
Yeah, the joking realm, if you will. Yeah, I miss
Yeah.
you guys. I want to be back in the real world now. This sucks down here. Everything's just so drab.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, man. I'm gray, but I don't like big gray worlds,
Yeah.
We miss you too, man. I'm sure you'll be out soon enough.
Yeah, I sure hope so. I feel like I can't kill anybody down here too. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just feel like a kind of a little small chimp in a big world now. Back. It feels like I'm back at the jungle again, all small and helpless.
Well, you know what I always say? You always say, Paul, and you can see his voice kind of moving to kind of say something kind of poetic, but in Paul's mind, it's just like, I'm old, I'm old, I'm old, I'm old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yeah, you are kind of old now that I think about it.
And this goes on for some time until you wake up.
Football practice. What?
And you look around, and it is still night in the Shadowfell, which night does not look much different than day, because you really can't see the sky through all this fog, but the fog takes on a darker hue, and everything goes from this cold gray to sort of a cold black. And you see Dooney is asleep too, sleeping on his stomach, stretched out over a tarp, and you hear a voice in the distance, coming from a cave not too far away.
Dooney?
That's you, Gabe.
Hey, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Paul.
Hello?
Where are you? Where are you?
It's Eugene. Dooney, we gotta go get it.
It's me, Eugene.
Dooney grumbles a little bit in his sleep, but he doesn't wake up.
Forget it. I gotta go find Eugene. He's a guy I know. Paul sort of scampers off towards the voice.
Paul, come here. I'm in this cave. Come on.
I gotta go in the cave.
You go into the cave, and Gabe, what does he see when he enters the cave?
As he enters the cave, one thing is that he kind of hears this kind of and wet kind of dripping occasionally. And before him, he sees Eugene. I guess if you kind of pay attention, some things are kind of off. Like his wrinkles are a bit deeper. His glasses are a little bit smaller. One is slightly cracked. Parts of his fur have kind of been burned, giving off this very big, like, sulfur smell. He's a little worse for wear. And also, his tail is very, very long and coming from the middle of his back. And it's also this dripping, wet, gray tendril
Holy
that is so
fuck.
long that it goes to a different part of the cave.
What the?
Paul, man, you're here. Oh man. He goes up and tries to gives him a big ol' hug.
Oh, Paul steps back. He's like, Eugene, what the fuck? What happened to you? What the hell, man? You look fucked up.
What do you mean? What are you talking? I've been journeying through the Shadowfell looking for you, man. It's so fucked up, man. You don't realize, fucking, the other guys, they're dead, man.
They're dead.
Gone.
What?
Yeah. When we tried to go into the Shadowfell, Spoons, he was trying to do a big spell to get you back, but he got possessed by the darkness and turned to a big shadow monster, and he ate Ani. He ate his brains out, and I had to kill him.
What the fuck?
And I went to the High Mage, and we devised a plan. I got something. I got something that can take us both home.
Well, how we get home? Come on, even though you look fucked up and burnt to a crisp, do we follow your tail? Does your tail get home? And like, that shit's long. How'd you grow out your tail so much?
It's just the side effects of the Shadowfell. He scratches the back of his head, and as he kind of pulls his hand back, you can see this kind of gray gel kind of stick between his head and his hand, and then he shakes it off. He reaches behind him, and even though there's no bag, he pulls something out, and it's called the carpet of getting out of the Shadowfell. It's a 4-foot tall carpet. He unfolds it, and it's circular. It's kind of this gray mottled not gray, but more of this kind of grayish tan mottled texture with occasional brown splotches. I need you, he kind of pats down on one of the ends. I need you to lay down here. Lay down
what
here
is it?
and
Can I ask what it smells like, Gabe?
kind of like it's kind of warm. It gives off this warm smell of flour and corn,
thanks,
and
yeah.
just lay here on the end. Lay here on the end.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Can I cast Divine Sense?
Yeah, what does Divine Sense do for you?
I can detect good or evil. So I can sense anything affected by a hallow spell or the location of any celestial fiend or undead. And I just wanted to see if this is like I don't know, something evil, you know?
Yeah, okay. The like literal definition of the spell wouldn't apply here, but you can cast it and I'll give you some information.
Okay.
Yeah, you do sense evil here for sure.
Whoa!
100%.
What are you doing here, man? What are you doing?
Eugene, I don't know, man. You seem kind of fucked up, and I don't trust people who look fucked up and burnt to a crisp. I've seen Revenge of the Sith. I've seen Star Wars.
What do you mean, Paul?
Oh yeah, you're kind of mucky and fucked up. You're making all gross noises. You remind me of that other fucker I met here.
Paul,
I think
Paul,
I think I should.
I really need you to lay down on this carpet, Paul.
I don't know. Can I? Oh yeah, that is a normal noise for you to make, Eugene. And because of that, I am turning around and I am leaving. I'm going back to Dooney. I'm gonna ask Dooney to see if he. Hey, how about you come meet Dooney, Eugene? Come meet Dooney.
Harrison, can I cast a hallucinatory terrain?
Is that one of your spells that you have?
3 a day, yeah.
Then yes, you can.
Okay, so Paul, you watch as Eugene puts his hands on the ground and the gray ooze that's seeping from his skin begins to envelop the entire cave. And kind of like in Malignant, everything seems to gurgle and shift into what looks to be a circular gray hallway that then begins to extend further and further and further.
Whoa, what the?
I don't think you should do that, Paul. More gray ooze begins to puke from his mouth, and the tendril begins to lift Eugene into the air. Paul, I need you to lay down on the carpet. I need to take us home.
Just how about you meet my friend? I'm gonna ask Dooney for advice. Maybe he thinks it's a good thing. I don't know. He's pretty much an expert here. I don't know. I start running the direction I came from.
I'm gonna start giving chase.
Okay. So do you want me to describe the rest of the thing, Eugene, that comes down the cave?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Paul, you start running in the direction that you came from, which you're not quite sure if you're running in the right direction because, again, Eugene has changed this cave to look like a long gray hallway, but you start running in the direction, and approaching from down the corner of this cave, you see the being that this tendril holding Eugene is attached to. It is a huge sort of reddish gray blob, probably like 6 feet tall, just a 6 foot tall blob shambling its way down this hallway towards you. An ooze, you might say, in fact.
Oh, the secret of the ooze. Fuck.
Paul!
I guess you two should roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, Paul, you go first.
Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna channel divinity, turn the unholy, which can censor fiends or the undead.
He is not a fiend or an undead.
Neither
Don't-
nor.
yeah.
Okay. I don't
No.
know. See, seems kind of fiendish to me.
A fiend in D&D is like a devil or a demon.
Oh, okay.
Devils and demons.
All right. Well, I'm gonna still channel my sacred weapon. So I'm gonna channel divinity into my longsword. It starts to light up my face. It sort of lights this cave a bit. I don't want to fight you, but I guess gotta do it. Oh man, this actually feels pretty good. I kind of got a kick in my step back. Feel like I can conquer this place. And he goes to slash the stomach of this creature.
Okay, roll an attack.
Okay, that is a 9. Fuck.
I don't think it hits now.
No.
Yeah,
Gabe, check
no.
the armor class, but I don't think it does.
The armor class is 16.
God
Okay.
damn it.
So, Paul, how do you miss?
He sort of he goes to swing and accidentally trips on his big crinkly monkey big toe and on his other foot and trips on himself. Oof! Oh,
Oh,
fuck!
no.
Shit! Oh,
Oh my goodness.
what do I do
All right,
now?
Gabe, you're up.
Alright, Paul. Hey, man. Eugene's limbs go very, very slack, and then they grow very, very long and coil along the ground, then melt, and then form these two wet, dripping tendrils. And I'm gonna do a multi-attack with my pseudopods.
Nice.
So I get two of
Please don't pull any punches, by the way, Gabe.
Okay, let me read the multi-attack. The Elder Oblex uses 2 pseudopods and then uses Eat Memory.
Do it.
So,
do it.
The first pseudopod attack hits, the second one misses, I think, because the first one is a 19, and the second one is a 6. So
Okay,
then,
19 hits, right, Ethan?
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
that's 4d6 plus 3. That is 17 damage for the second. So as one pseudopod slams against the gray hallway, but instead of crumbling, it just splashes in a downward direction, cascading the hallway with some more gray ooze.
Oh.
And then the second one slams into Paul's chest,
Oh.
and he's going to grab Paul, drag him towards him, and can I get a DC 18 Wisdom save?
Okay. Oh shit. No, I got. Let's see. What's wisdom? I got 12. Fuck.
No. He pulls him over to Eugene's face. Paul,
Ah!
you should have stayed on the tortilla.
A tortilla. What the fuck?
I would have kept you. His mouth opens up and a grayish tendril curls out of it and goes into Paul's forehead. And he takes 8d10 damage.
Oh my god.
Is it 8d10? Oh my, okay.
Yeah, that's why I said it was a lot.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's not bad. Okay, he takes 42 damage
Alright, I'm dead.
as his. Fuck!
Double damage.
You don't fall unconscious this time, but you do fall limp.
There's this tube in my head, right? On my forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Paul's eyes begin to roll back to the back of his head, and he's going like his face his head sort of feels more drained and older.
Parts of Eugene's face slowly kind of morph into Paul's, just kind of like
Oh,
slowly and surely.
I guess this is it.
Fishing.
You don't have to fall unconscious quite yet, but you do go limp.
Yeah. Is he still in the grasp of this creature? Or is he just...
The tendril of Eugene now kind of turning into a half capuchin, half chimp, just slowly. I'm old. I love fishing. He begins to kind of move towards the tortilla that he originally intended for Paul and places him in the edge of it and attempts to roll it up.
So, Paul, as you're being rolled up with this tortilla at 0 hit points, what do you do?
I'm just like, I guess this is it again. Oh boy, I just feel so powerless. What the fuck? I could kick these creatures' ass with the breeze if I had my friends. Just seems like I'm just nothing when I'm alone.
As you're saying that, just reflecting on your position as you get rolled up in a big tortilla. You hear footsteps running as you turn around and you see, or you move your head and you see Dooney running towards you again. And he says, "Oh my god, not again, Paul." And he jumps into the air and he takes his greatsword out and he slashes at this monster with his huge shining black greatsword. Eugene, he's going to roll to hit. 19 hits.
Yep.
He slices through your ooze body with this huge greatsword. Take 54 slashing damage.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's a good chunk. Yeah.
And then take another 54 cold damage.
Ooh.
As he slices through you. First, there's this huge slash in your ooze stomach, and a moment later, you feel the slash just fill with cold air as you start to freeze.
Yeah, as he kind of frees, the tendril that connects to Paul Eugene cracks open, and because he has so little hit points, that's the only thing left of him as the main ooze body just kind of begins to freeze and crumble. You wouldn't hit. He's now in Paul's body, but using the wrong voice. You wouldn't hit old. Paul. Paul, wouldn't you? You wouldn't hit me, right?
Dooney scratches his chin and he says, "Crap! Which one's the real Paul?" Oh no!
Yeah, we gotta roll this fake one we gotta roll this fake one into a tortilla so I can eat them and become the real Paul.
Dude,
I can't argue with that logic. Give me both of you give me a persuasion check.
Fuck.
Okay.
I got a 5.
The real Paul has advantage, so you can roll again.
Okay.
This has decent charisma, actually. Let's see.
Fuck. It's 14.
14. What did you roll?
I got a 5.
Oh, he says, "Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm so sorry, Paul. You can't fool me, Oblex. That's what this monster is called in Oblex." He looks at the camera.
Oblex.
And he steps on you with his foot and he squashes you.
Oblex, the huge ooze, lawful evil.
I'm gonna pull up my Shadowfell dex and log my Oblex. Ooh.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, Paul.
Pops, and then the rest of the ooze of the hallway just drips down, revealing the cave.
Oh.
Paul, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I shouldn't have gone off with you still catching your 20 winks.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
He wanted to wrap me in a tortilla, Dooney. What the heck was that?
Well, he's probably gonna eat you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Remember I said there were, a few life forms down here that aren't part of the Shadowfell, that are natural beings? This is one of them. There are, creatures here who, end up through a portal or fall through reality and end up here somehow, and they reproduce, and over time you get some sort of horrible monster species like this, for example. Just another of the dangers of this place. Okay, Paul, we need to talk.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can keep you alive until we get to where we have to go. And if you were sent to the Shadowfell in the first place, you probably have some pretty powerful enemies in the world you come from too. And well, I'm a little bit worried about you, Paul.
Ooh, so what are you saying, dude? You just gonna leave me here to die? Ooh.
No. I'm saying I might be able to give you a source of power and train you. Would you like that?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, master. Yes. Oh.
You don't have to go. You're turning into Bubba Beenis.
Oh. Well, we are. It's family. Who's Bubba? Oh.
You're okay. Okay. So the Shadowfell, as I said, is huge. It spans the length of every plane, and so there is an alternate for every plane in here. It also is the plane closest to the void. And while I was traveling through an alternate of an Earth elemental plane, a very, very, very long time ago, longer than I can count, I found a place where the void had begun to seep in and crystallize. And that is where I forged this sword, actually. It uses the power of the void to multiply any damage you deal. Would you like something like that?
Oh, yes, I would love that. But first, I'd like to not be on the brink of death. Is there anything you can help me do that?
I think this will help you. What I'm about to do.
Okay.
So, I don't have enough of this crystal left to make you a weapon. And he pulls out this little black shining crystal, which he holds in the palm of his hand.
Ooh.
And he says, but I might be able to do something else with it. Paul, do you consent to what I'm about to do?
By the fact that I'm almost dead, yes, I consent to anything. Do whatever you want to me.
He grabs you and he grabs you and he stabs you in the neck with this crystal, and he shoves it into your body. And a crystal of pure void dissipates into your bloodstream. Your vision goes black, and you feel an unbearable weight pulling at your shoulders and a chill wind at your back. Then you start to remember, looking back at your life as the blackness of this crystal coats your brain, the oppression and the darkness filling your every synapse. You remember the arguments between your father and mother, muffled behind the leaf walls of your jungle home, only just loud enough for you to hear your name. You remember the day you sawed your mother in half, blood splattering across the stage, Beauregard looking on in shock and horror. You remember the day Beauregard told you it was all a hoax, that your mother faked her death and left because she hated you that much. You remember how Beauregard lost his job after the event, how the gigs stopped coming and the bills piled up, and you remember the day he abandoned you, tossing a blanket over his head and vanishing out of your life. You remember how helpless you felt, how useless you drove both your parents away. You remember the day that you were to go on a fishing trip with your friend Spoons, and how he made fun of you constantly, poking your red rashy nipples. And then later, when your friends were stolen from you, you were helpless then too, worthless. A timid little chimp with red rashy nipples and no use to anyone. Sure, you felt powerful for a while. You had armor and a sword and the powers of a paladin, but not even that could change who you are. Your own father stabbed you and sent you here because he'd rather have a dead son than his real one, and now here you are helpless again, nearly dying to every monster you meet. You remember more and more as the crystal flows through and fills your veins, until suddenly you can see again. You're standing on a beach across from the old man you fished with in Howl, the god. Sitting behind him, towering above you both, is a massive dragon with shining platinum scales. The old man looks at you with a sorrow, and he shakes his head and he says, "Paul, what have you done?"
Fishing god, is that you?
Paul, listen. Just remember what I told you, Paul. You know who you are, and it's enough to be you. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody, but you can't hear him anymore. There's another voice in your head, from somewhere deep in your limbic system, infinitely louder. It says, "Oh no, Paul. You have to prove yourself to everyone. You'll show them. You'll show them all. Right now, you're a useless, pathetic embarrassment. Your dad hates you. Your mom hates you. Your friends laugh at you. But not anymore, Paul. You're going to be a hero. You're going to be the hero. Because you're special, Paul. You're so special. And they'll all love you. Soon." And then you're back in the Shadowfell with Dooney.
Dooney, I feel powerful.
You do? That's good.
Yeah. I feel badass. And the wa na 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 ma na 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 na. Oh yeah. This feels good.